Le titre, c'est Nous, mais un peu plus simple avec seulement 2 lettres. Et c'est nous d'un homme et d'une femme, et aussi assez pour tout le monde. Genesis, we started out in Quebec, and then Montreal and Toronto, and then I think came down into the States in a way, in terms of the way we were received and the enthusiasm we were given. And I think throughout the time I've been making music, which is now quite a number of years, the interest and support that I've had here has definitely sort of exceeded that of in the States, you know, per head of population. After my marriage was breaking up, I started this 5 years of therapy, and had this other important relationship which also broke up. So for me that was telling me that I had to sort of really look at what I was doing that was causing things to go wrong, because I have a great life in every other way, and as a parent too, that's very good for me. So I began sort of looking into all those things, and I think in some ways that dominated my thinking for the last 5 years, and so I wanted to include it in the work.
How did you get to meet Robert Lepage?
I met him initially through this park project, which we're working on, particularly with Brian Eno and Laurie Anderson and quite a few other people in film, architecture, psychology, to design a place which is under a beautiful garden full of water and trees, where you go down under the ground for interactive experiences and adventures. And we thought he would be an ideal person to work with to create one of these adventures. And one of the person who does all the artist liaison in the park project is also the promoter for Robert in England, and I think, you know, brought him in first of all. So he's obviously been a strong believer. And as soon as I went to see Robert's stuff, I was really knocked out, I think. He was a real sort of visionary director who thinks in terms of text, visuals, performance, and I'm sure it's going to have a major influence on this generation's, not just theatre, but multimedia work.
When you decided to work again with Daniel Lanois, I mean, do you require from Daniel Lanois that he be sensible enough to understand your feelings and exactly what you want to do with the album? Is he that type of person?
I think, yeah, he's pretty good. I think he helps artists to come out of themselves and to capture the more intense emotional moments. So I think, you know, as I was saying in the conference, that the records that he's done, which I've really liked, I mean, some of the atmospheric things, some of the work with say, Neville Brothers, Dylan, U2, or myself, they all have a good heart, which is very separate from Daniel, that he's supported, rather than being a producer who has their own thing and imposes it on top of the artist. You know, he uses his talents to support the artist.